What the hell is up? Let me see something. Do I need to play something here? I really don't want to play nothing. Oh my gosh. I don't want to play shit. Maybe I should play an intro or some ass shit. Maybe. You know how long I wanted to get online for? I've been wanting to get online for the past week. It'd be like, hey, I got shit to talk about, but then I ain't got shit to talk about. I changed my mind. I changes my mind. The fuck? And I never care about who comes over here and who don't come over here. That never bothered me or made me feel no fucking way, I guess. But maybe I should play something. Let's see. Something say, hey, how y'all feeling? Shit like this. Play a little bit of music at times. Cause I don't know. I'm chilling MIA. I got some things to talk about. I want to talk about race relations real quick. Chilling cool. What the fuck is the deal? Okay. Y'all feeling? I like this beat right here. I do it. Hey yo, Boruto comes out. The next Boruto comes out December 20. Joe, that shit seems like it's too long, yo. Too long. And I went on Bigo last night, and me and Daquan had a cool conversation about motherfucking Boruto and shit. Fuck this motherfucker. No. I'm not good at all this shit. I'm not good at none of this shit. Okay? It's too long for real, Joe. Yo, that shit is way too long. Because, yo, I finally saw the chapter 4 with the English translations and shit. The fucking lyrics is bomb, yo. The fucking lyrics is lit as fuck. Cause fucking Boruto was like, yo, I'm not as good at flying Rajan as my grandpa and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, and then fucking Sakura, I keep saying Sakura, Sarada saying to Kawaki, bitch, you are an Otsutsuki too. So what the fuck are we gonna do with you? And as long as I want to be Hokage, you not gonna have any of your plans come to fruition, sir. I love this shit. Okay, I love this shit. Need some more of that in my life. All right. We'll hold everything. The pandemic fucked all kinds of shit up, MIA. But like I said before, there's always something to talk about, and then I don't feel like talking about it the fuck no more. All right, that be my problem. I wanted to talk about revenge, Orn, and I said fuck that. I don't feel like talking about that. I wanted to talk about other shit, and I said fuck that. I don't feel like talking about that. But today we're gonna talk about motherfucker culture clashes. Okay. Oh, thank you, MIA. I love them streams about Boruto. And I got a new avatar pick for when I do Boruto, yo. It's a picture for me. I just happened to find that shit on IG. I'ma credit the person who made it, but I'm totally stealing that bitch. Okay. Um, yeah. So I am from New York City, and we got a lot of problems over here. Okay. Yeah, we got problems over here. Um, there was a time where New York City was called the Big Apple, and nowadays I'm not upset when people call it the Rotten Apple or whatever is that. You know what I'm saying? I never have a problem with that. Um, there are certain cultural things up here that are way different than everybody else, I would say. Um, and there was a time where people really wanted to emulate New York, like in the height of hip hop and shit, 50 hip hop is 50 years old, and probably when it hit about 35, 40, all kinds of people, it seemed like they wanted to be New Yorkers and emulate New Yorkers somehow. Hey, Birdie Bird, how you feeling? Hey, Kanyon. No, Kanyon, ain't no cocaine sniffles. Them is weed sniffles and fucking allergy sniffles, motherfucker. Do not put me next to no cocaine. I don't do that shit. I don't do white. You know, I love white people, but I don't do white things like that. White things I do is ding-a-ling, and that's pink, right? And I haven't done no pink ding-a-ling in a very long time. Sugar and salt, them, you know, them is white things that I chill with, you know, frequently. And but cocaine, no, sir. The cocaine, yeah. Hey, Cia G, thank you. Oh my gosh, Cia G. Thank you, girl. And I'm not gonna cry because then I'll start sniffling and then Kanyon is gonna be here we go with this bullshit. Okay? And I don't do it. All right. The only medicine that I do is green, sir. I do green with purple hairs, sometimes red hairs. And yeah, I don't even want no black drugs because that's heroin. I don't we don't play that game. Okay, we don't do that. So yeah. Yeah, Medusa, you know, come on now. You know white people got pink ding-a-ling. Right. That's what it is. Okay? So ain't no white person with no white ding-a-ling. Wouldn't you be scared if you ever saw a white ding-a-ling? I mean, I'm not even trying to be nasty, freaky, none of that shit. Like real talk. Men answer that question too. If your ding-a-ling turned white, even like off white or some shit, wouldn't you be scared of the motherfucker? Wouldn't you feel better with your life knowing that your shit is at least a good shade of pink, a shade of salmon or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Auntie Donna, like, I don't want no all white dingaling. That shit is scary as fuck. That's like a deceased, a corpse type of ding ding. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you need a chocolate deuce? Okay, I get it. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Okay, the chocolate ding ding is very good too, my friend. Is good. It's awesome and shit. But you know, there ain't no white ding ding exists. Okay, so all the white people, you should feel real good about that. Okay, your shit pink, and you should be proud. All right, just be proud. There might even be some yellow ding-a-lings out there, but ain't nobody got no white ding-a-ling. Okay, yeah, yeah. Don't answer that, Kanyon. But let's get back to what I was talking about. It's a lot of culture clashes that happen with New Yorkers versus other people. I don't even know if people in Los Angeles, you know, have same similar type of culture like New York got, you know. And shout out to Nikki with the eye patch, you know, shout out to her. She had a live. She just finished her live. And you know, there were two instances where, you know, I had to be like explaining cultures, you know. And the first thing was discussed before, right? Who can say the N word, right? Who can say the N word? Who can't say the N word? Who's supposed to say the N word? Who ain't supposed to say that? Yeah, it is why I need to move. We all know this. We all know this. Hey, what Birdie Bird said? Yo, yo, yo. Listen, Birdie Bird, Birdie Bird, check this out. Some people don't care about length. Hey, Nikki, big up. Some people don't care about length, bird. Some people care about girth. Because trust me, you look at a pencil dingaling that ain't got no girth and it just got a whole lot of length, you might feel a little bit upset with life. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you are experienced, right? Some people will look at that pencil ding ding and be like, we not dealing with this. We need some girth in our life. So some people actually like the Vienna sausage ding-a-ling, okay? Because it's thick. You know, it can fill the walls. All right. Sometimes they don't. Some women's don't want, you know, the ding-a-ling that'll pierce a hole in your uterus, and you know the space between the uterus and your colon and shit. Some people don't want that. Some people will be just fine with the fat Vienna sausage type of deal. You know, just fill it up, and you good. Yeah, and the motion in the ocean. Facts, Deuce, facts. Because you know you be getting them porno dingalings and they don't know what the hell to do with it. You be like, child boo, you come on, get no. No, no. Okay. The ball, ball bigger than the ding Birdie Bird, don't make me change the subject, Birdie Bird. We got to stay on subject, Birdie Bird. So let's get back on the subject. Let me unhighlight this thing because see, like Kanye said, let's regroup. Okay, we got to regroup. All right, let's get back to what I was getting. Birdie Bird. Thank you for coming, Birdie Bird. Okay, yeah. So shout out to Nikki. She had the live, right? And we was talking about this fool, Roy Rodriguez. I'm not a fan of Roy, but we was talking about his use of the N-word. And I was trying to explain that I know Roy's use of the N-word ain't shit, right? And nah, that's that bullshit. But then I remember way back in the days, maybe last year or something, there was a dude, truly gifted. I cannot have that conversation with you, sir. That is a conversation you will have to have within the chat. Yeah, I'm not. I cannot have that conversation, okay, except with one real life person who's dingling. I look at least once a day. All right, I can't have that conversation with y'all. I ain't getting in trouble again. Fuck that. Okay, y'all not to get me in trouble again. All right, listen, I already got in trouble last time. Not to get me in trouble again. So, right, let's get back. So let's regroup. So, I remember maybe a year ago or something, there was this dude named Michael, if I'm not mistaken, that was his name, and it was something had to do with Miss Under the Hood. Oh yeah, do so. Okay, y'all single people talk about that in the chat. I might highlight a comment or two. All right, y'all continue talking in the chat. I don't mind that when y'all have y'all little side combos in the chat. Y'all go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so now, all right, so he was from New York. You could clearly tell that homeboy was from New York, right? And every other word that came out his mouth was the N word, and people was really offended by that shit, But as a New Yorker, I understood it, and I was like, he's from New York, man, and child bull, you know, and I get it. It's not a word that you want to say at all. As a matter of fact, ironically enough, I started saying the N-word more on YouTube than I did in real life. Because y'all niggas is crazy, right? So, yeah. And shout out to the purple one. You know what I'm saying? I really respect the purple one because the purple one is not afraid to talk about certain things, and I love it. So, it's not an excuse, right? It's not an excuse, but it's just what it is. New York City used to be, if there was like a place of how can I put this? If there was a place that was anti-politically correct in all of America, New York would be that place. Okay? If politically correct had to be put into place by the United States of America, it probably was because of New York City. Okay? Because out here, we didn't care. We did not care. If I tell you that there was a time in New York City that Donald Trump could walk down the street and somebody is shout to Donald Trump, yo, fuck you, cracker. He will turn around, look and see who it is, and call you the appropriate word for your race. And it wouldn't be nothing. You'd have to believe that because that's how it used to be. Okay. Spanish people out here in New York feel that they are closely related to Black people out here in New York. Okay. I get slavery. I get all of that. And I understand it and I know it. Right. The N-word is the lowest form of anything. It don't matter what it is, right? But you also have to understand that Spanish people out here are just as much a product of hip hop as black people out here. So when hip hop started coming about and getting itself formed and together, brown people and black people were not totally separated. Okay, it wasn't like, well, y'all are Spanish, so y'all are good, and we black, so we not good. It wasn't like that. Everybody was lumped in. Everybody sat up in the project. Everybody went through that struggle, and it didn't matter who was who. So it was easy for, a Puerto Rican or Cuban or none of that to be like, yo, nigga, what's good? Because I'm nigga too. All right. Thank you, Auntie Donna, because people really don't believe it when I say it. You know what I mean? They don't understand it. And they're like, well, they don't respect slavery. Actually, they do. Spanish people out here. What's up, Miss Raz? What's up, everybody? If I didn't say what's up to y'all before, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Big up to everybody. Um, Out here in New York City, when it came to black people, it would be more of a delineation between Caribbean people and so-called Yankee people than it would be Spanish and black people. Okay? You would think that Puerto Rico, which should be considered a Caribbean country, would align themselves more with Caribbean people and their stance when they came here to America, more specifically New York. No, they didn't. Okay? It was like Spanish people, Puerto Ricans, all of them, when they came to New York and got acclimated into New York culture, it wasn't even about I'm Caribbean, I'm better than you. No, they didn't have that type of mentality that a lot of Caribbean people did bring over here, right? Because Puerto Rico and them was not under British rule. You hear me? So they didn't have that kind of, oh, I'm better than you because I learned from England and my English, my school system is better. I talk better. I'm better. I'm better. I'm better. No, it was none of that. Right? It was different. It was so different. All right. And out here in New York, if a black person needed support, they would look to their Spanish cousins, right? Quicker than they would a Jewish or anything like that. All right. And they didn't care. They really didn't care because in New York, if you looked at a Spanish person and they said nigga, and you looked at them like, yo, why you calling that person a nigga? They'll turn around and be like, yo, I'm a nigga too. What's wrong with you? I'm a nigga too. Fuck you mean? What you mean? Because out here, spick is just as bad as nigga. And like I was bringing it back with hip hop, one thing about hip hop in New York is that we took words and made it good. Okay? The word nigga was used in New York way before hip hop came around. I done seen them black exploitation movies that was set in New York. They was calling each other nigga, no problem. My nigga, this nigga, that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And when we say it here, it didn't. It's a difference between the and the er, right? The hard er and the nigga. You know what I'm saying? That was really true out here in New York. It really was, right? And ain't no white person gonna call you that. Ain't no white person doing it. And if you ever heard a white Spanish say it, they'll have to tell you they Spanish, right? And New Yorkers will understand when I say white Spanish. That's a whole other thing. You know what I'm saying? Out here. That's a whole other culture thing out here. Okay? It motherfuckers will delineate white Spanish before they anything else. You know what I mean? Black Spanish, brown Spanish. Hey, we don't, but you white Spanish. Oh, but you know what I'm saying? We people's over here. It's crazy like that. I'll give you the perfect example. I know a Panamanian family, okay? I know a Panamanian family. The children in the Panamanian family are 11. It's 11 children in this family, all right? The oldest child don't even live in New York, all right? The youngest child, she don't live in New York no more. She moved out. She's in a totally different country now. But if you looked at all of these 11 children, right, that range from, let me just put it to you this way, there's a 40-year difference between the oldest child and the youngest child, all right? They came in all complexions, all right? It was definitely different shades of black, all right? From very light to very dark, okay? And they would always have family gatherings, all right? When they would have these family gatherings, it was, all right, Medusa, I'm about to put, hey, dear self, big up. I'm about to put you on to something, Dusa, all right? When they would have certain family gatherings, you'd see some real white looking people come in the door. And when I say they look white, you know, nose, lips, hair, all of that. But that's them family, yo. That's them family. And they from Panama. Them, and the craziest thing, them is the ones that was born in Panama and come here to chill. Them white people had the gold teeth in their mouth. They had the fresh ass Panamanian gold necklace. Y'all listen, who ain't from New York? Y'all know that fresh old school Panamanian necklace that them used to have with the little, they had the ball, and then they would have the Panamanian gold with the initial on it, them type of thing. That, yo, them, and you couldn't tell them nothing, yo. You couldn't tell them they wasn't related to the dark skinned Panama. Them, the white looking one and the dark looking one sitting right there, ain't no problem, ain't no nothing. The light skinned black looking one sitting there, the one my complexion sitting there, the brown skin, doodle brown looking one all them sitting there chilling. The what? All them chilling. It didn't mean nothing. It didn't mean nothing. All right. Now these white Spanish wasn't calling each other the N words or whatever, and even they was looking like, well, what is this? But they had to understand New York culture now. You know what I'm saying? But when them get accepted, they no, them Panamanian too, and that's family. So then we was looking at them, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like who them white Spanish them? I don't know about y'all, right? Whoever's from New York in here, I don't know about y'all, but around Flatbush area and surrounding areas, even like a little bit of Bed-Stuy and them, when the Puerto Ricans started changing, they didn't even want to be called Puerto Rican no more. Now them Borinquen, now them Taino, right? They indigenous now. And they always was. But it was like an awakening, yo, of young people in fucking New York City, like, yo, fuck it. What do you mean Puerto Rican? What? Puerto Rican. All right, I'm direct descendant of Taino Indians. What you mean? Bitch, I'm indigenous. What you mean? And that in itself was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was fresh. That shit was dope. So over here, when motherfuckers say the word, you know when the word is meant to be negatory. You know what I mean? You know it. It's like the word bitch out here. Out here, it's a lot of people that say bitch. They call you bitch. Okay? And you ain't even got to be on LGBTQ TIA teams to know that. All right. You'd hear the hardest man to bitch. Well, not as good as R used to say. What's up, Daquan? But you know what I mean. Like, yo, bitch, that's my bitch over there. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? It just don't mean nothing. Unless you felt like Queen Latifah, who you calling a bitch? But you had to know, you know what I'm saying? You had to know what it was. You had to know how to respond to that too. If somebody called me a bitch, I'd be like, yo, that's Miss Real Bitch. Okay? That's Miss Big Bitch. That's Miss Fat Ass Bitch. That's Miss this type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck you mean? You gonna call me a bitch? I'm the best bitch. The fuck you talking about? Huh? I'm the best bitch. And what? Now what? Huh? What we doing, huh? And then before I move off this topic, you know, it Joe number 2 decided to call Nikki a booty scratcher. And I was like, is she Haitian? And I know there were a lot of motherfuckers out here that couldn't understand that shit. All right. When I was a child in the 80s, the Haitian influx came in, okay? And Haitians were not regarded as good when they first got here, okay? Haitians and Jamaicans really didn't get along when they first came to the shores of New York City and Brooklyn. And let me say that nowadays, Haitians are fully respected. They get along great with Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? They get along great with all Caribbean islands. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Almost every person in Brooklyn should, just like how every person in Brooklyn knows how to curse in Spanish, because we all know our curse words in Spanish. I don't give a fuck what race you is. You live in New York City, you know how to curse in Spanish. You know what the fuck it means. And really, back in the day, the only reason why you needed to learn another language in New York City was to know if they trying to talk shit about you or not. All you had to do was know the curse words and know what girl and boy meant in that language. All right? Or woman or man. And you Gucci. Don't talk about me, bitch. Okay? It was like that. All right? But going back to the Haitian people, you know, and let me go back, just like everybody know how to curse in Spanish, everybody know a couple of Haitian words too. Everybody in New York City, at least in Brooklyn, should know sac passe, naboule, petit petit. Okay? Sac passe, naboule, petit petit. All right? Yeah. We know that. Okay? We know a couple things too for them. All right? A couple things. We are well learned and blessed to have Haitian people around us, okay? But in the earliest, when the Haitian people first came here, they were not treated very well, okay? You had the WHT, white Haitian titties, and I don't know why they was called that, but you know, I'm talking about really back in the days when cable first came out. So, you know, you had to find your little acronyms and you had to find your little, you know, roasting and things like this. So, you know, when the Haitians first came, WHT and HBO first came out. So they was WHT, white Haitian titty. They was HBO, Haitian body odor, and they was Haitian booty scratcher. Okay? Yeah. That's how it was back in the day. That's how it was. And you know what? Shout out to shout out to the elders back then. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for the elders back then, we would have never respect Haitians the way we do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my pops for that. Like, my pops was evil. My pops was fucked up, all kinds of shit. But my pops put me on the history. You know what I'm saying? My pops was like, yo, why you listening to them people talk about Haitians like that? Don't you know Haitians was the first motherfuckers to get independent? The first. I was like, word? Yeah, the first. He was like, do you know that every Haitian should be able to trace their lineage to direct Africans? Did you know that? I was like, nah. He was like, yeah, every Haitian can directly trace their African heritage back to the tribe. They didn't need, there wasn't even no DNA test back then, but they knew, them knew, right? What's up, Raquel? They knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? We knew how to cuss them and all that, but once you learn the history and how, you know what I'm saying, the other Caribbean countries was like, oh shit, we got to respect the fucking Haitians. What the fuck are we doing here? What we doing? We all Caribbean, the fuck? Come on now. Stop it. Stop the madness. But that's where that came from. You know what I'm saying? That's where that came from. It's not right. Right? It ain't right. Ain't nobody saying it's right. Ain't nobody saying that's the way to move. Nah, everybody can evolve from shit. But sometimes you gotta understand where shit came from to know what to change or how to evolve or how to move different. You know, in a perfect world, we wouldn't call each other by no racial slurs. In a perfect world, we would all be mature enough to be able to do that. In a perfect world. But you still got white people calling us nigga with the hard ER, right? You still got people out there calling Spanish people spit. You still got people out there calling Asian people Oriental or whatever is offensive to them. You got black people calling each other nigga and with the ER, with the hard ER, not the GA. And even black people today, there's a lot of black people like, yo, I don't even want to say the GA. I don't even want to say that part of it. I don't want to say none of that shit. And it's a beautiful and radical way to think. I think that way too. And then I come across a nigga and I be like, this nigga here, okay? It be tough. Okay? It be tough sometimes. All right, real tough. 32 minutes. That's good. I think I'm gonna switch gears real quick and get the revenge on thing out of the way. And this kind of has to do with the Poom and Peen issues on the internet. Okay? I don't know if y'all know what's going on with Jay Dunn. I'm not gonna explain it because I'm still a little confused over, what's going on, what it is, and how it works for her. All I can say is prayers to you. I hope you don't end up in jail. All right. But in regards to the Jay Dunn situation, I was listening to Sean Bradley. He's from the Beef Sector, y'all. And he said something that made me think. I forgot exactly what he said or how he phrased it. But in effect, he asked whether the people met or not. You know what I'm saying? And I know you don't know what I'm saying. Like, I sound like fucking Raekwon from Wu-Tang right now saying that, but yeah, he was basically saying, like, when it comes to that, or, when it comes to that, they'll ask you, did you guys meet? If you never met before, what does it really mean? And I thought about that and I was like, yo, that's kind of crazy right there, And I feel like at some point in time, the courts are really gonna take precedence on that. Because right now, depending on your state, even if they do take revenge on as something bad, like in the state of California, it's a misdemeanor if you get convicted with revenge on, right? Or at least it was a misdemeanor back in a couple years ago, because California was one of the first states to say revenge on is illegal. But when you looked at it and see what the punishment was, you got a misdemeanor. right? That really don't mean, what's up, Egyptian goddess? That really don't mean much when, somebody has done irreparable damage to you, right? What is a misdemeanor? Come on now. That ain't much. That ain't really nothing, right? But now you got a whole bunch of people screaming, revenge on, revenge on, revenge on. So, and this is another culture clash, right? Think about it. This right here in itself is a culture clash because people in real life, okay, they're mostly going to associate porn, and I'm going to say the word porn, they're going to associate porn with two people meeting up. Okay, what's up, Tracy? They're going to associate porn with two people actually meeting up and having sex. Okay? Now on the internet, you got this whole new phenomenon of people meeting but never in person. Okay? They meet on the FaceTime, they meet on the IG call, they got the OnlyFans, they got the this, they got the that. Motherfuckers never physically met, but you're still sending them nude pics or things like this, and then they use it against you when whatever. And it's really a crazy gray matter, because if I could think about this, then any good lawyer has probably thought about it already. Like, if y'all never met, can you really call it a relationship? And remember, folks, the court of law is not always about facts and truth. It is about perceptions, okay? Reasonable doubt. What's the other phrase that pays? There's a couple of phrases that pay that have to do with it doesn't really have to boil down to facts. Circumstantial evidence, things like this. You know what I'm saying? Facts, facts and truth is good, but the way of the lawyer is, if I could sway your perception one way or another, that's enough. Fuck the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if this person killed him. If I could sway you to believe that this person killed that other person for a good reason or whatever it was, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm good money. So any lawyer could really say, okay, well, these two people right here, they met online, they started communicating, okay, and it was a whole year that passed, and somebody sent somebody a nude pic, and then they supposedly stopped talking, and that person put the nude pic out. A real life person might say, did they meet? No. They never met physically? They never met face to face? No. So why are you sending naked pictures to someone you never met in person before? I'm quiet for a reason. And this is what a real life person would say, right? Any real life person that don't got nothing to do with no internet, don't got nothing to do with none of that. They don't believe in none of that. They don't understand any of the cyber connections or none of that. Because any real life person will be like, well, even cyber people meet after a while. They meet. What are you talking about? If I think that elderly people get scammed. You can scam them over the phone, right? They ain't got to meet you. They can scam you over the phone. They can scam you in person. And elderly people can get scammed all kinds of ways. But if you're not elderly and you're an adult and you get scammed and you ain't never met that person, does it help or does it hurt? Facts. Facts. It's what you can prove. It's what you can prove. And if I could shift your perspective, what I prove might not even matter. Okay? Ozzy Ross, I want you to believe in proper grammar. Okay? God created English and English grammar. Okay? So if you believe in God, I want you to believe in God's power with the English language, proper grammar, and proper use of your you know, what are those called? The commas, the periods. What are those called, y'all? Yeah. I need you to pray to God to help you with the periods in your sentences, okay? Because I love haikus just like the next person, but I don't read one word sentences unless it's yes or no, okay? So you come on back with a full sentence for me, baby, okay? And me and God and you can chill the fuck out, all right? Because even in the Bible, my friend, the word is not typed like that. All right? No, they don't do it even in the Bibles. So if God and Jesus don't do it in the Bibles, we not going to do it here. Okay? We're going to have proper grammar, just like the Bible, friend. Okay? That means capital letter for your first word, and your period, your question mark or whatever that is at the end. Okay, not in between, sir. Hey, Sophie, how you feeling? Let me find out what's that's called, so I sound smarter than a fifth grader. Okay, because I am supposed to be smarter than a third grader and a sixth grader. But what are the period and question mark and comma called? Yeah, what are these things called? What are these things? Okay, what are these punctuation marks? Punctuation. That's the P word that I was looking for. Did I say punctuation already? I had it right. Okay, I had it correct. What are the 14 punctuation marks you need to know? Let's get it. I'm reading from the University of the People. Okay, all right. We're going to get the 14 punctuation marks in English. They are the period, the question mark, the exclamation point, the comma, the colon, the semicolon, the dash, hyphen, brackets, braces, parentheses, apostrophe, quotation mark, and ellipsis. So, Ozzy Ross, here's what me and you going to do today. Okay? If you can use a sentence with the ellipsis in it properly, hell, if you can even spell ellipsis, okay? And don't Google the bitch. I will let you type in this chat however you want without asking anyone to block you, time you out, none of that. Okay? I want a sentence using the ellipsis. Okay? That's what I want. Reef, way I deal with. Okay? That's what I want. All right? Now, back to the New York people, because there was two New York people that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, I remember the two New York people I wanted to talk about now. And forget and Nikki them, they thought I was just talking about one of the New York people. I actually wanted to talk about two of the New York people, because I want y'all to really understand that all New York people. I mean, we crazy, but we ain't this crazy. Okay, we are not this crazy. Okay, we not. Ain't no way. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna have to explain it like this. Okay, this is This is strictly for the New Yorkers, and for those of you who are not from New York, like I said, this is now the rotten apple, not the big apple. This is now the rotten apple. So in the rotten apple, there's certain things you need to understand. Sorry, Ozzy, you did not use the stuff properly. You did not use any ellipsis. Okay? What you have used are colons, sir. Okay? Colons and periods and colons within periods. That is not ellipsis, sir. Okay? All right? You only remember the first three, right? Shoo. Cause half of the fucking America don't know how to use no colon, semicolon, apostrophe, and quotation mark and parentheses. Okay? I say parentheses, them motherfuckers that think I'm talking biblical shit about the Pharisees. No, I ain't talking about no Pharisees. I'm talking about parentheses. As a matter of fact, Ozzy, spell parentheses right now. Don't look at no Google. Go. Spell it. Go. Okay? Go. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah, New York people. Crazy ass New York people. Now, let's break this shit down here. Okay? Now, there's a lady in the beef sector named Shish Trish. Okay? And that lady crazy. I'm going to say she crazy. Because what she wants people to do is come to New York and spend 12 hours for a award show. And she wants the people to pay for their own shit. Um, 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 does anyone know, um, when you have a fundraiser, who is supposed to give you the funds? Let me rephrase. When the Grammys or the Emmys or the Tonys have a show, who who pays for it, y'all? Who pays for it? Who pays for the Grammys, the Emmys, the Tonys? I'm gonna tell y'all what they pay for. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what the actual actors and them pay for, or might pay for, because they really not supposed to, even if they pay for something, they're not supposed to advertise certain things. Okay, but who pays for the Grammys, the Emmys, the Tonys, and the Oscars? Who pays for them things, y'all? Do you think the actors and the actresses pay for them things? Huh? If I'm doing an award show for the top Hollywood actors, actresses, directors, blum blum blums, who pays for that? Do you think they pay for that? Do you think they pay for the entry to go in the show and sit their ass down? Who pays for that? You think they pay for that? Do they really pay for that? No, they don't pay for that. You know who pays for that? Sponsors. They pay for that. You know who's the biggest sponsor? You. Why? Why are you the biggest sponsor? Because you're paying for it by watching their advertisements. See, the advertisement people pay for those seats. They pay for the celebs to get there using their commercials. Okay? Yeah. And then when the commercials are set behind in front of your eyeball, you're like, well, let me go buy that thing. And then you pay back the advertisers for the Emmy and the Oscar. Right? Okay. And what would the actors and the actresses pay for the Oscars, the Emmy, the Grammy, and Tony. You know what they would pay for? They would pay for the right to vote on who gets nominated. Yeah, I think that's basically what they pay for. Okay? They might pay for their own travel. They might not even pay for their own hotel. Because the hotel will be like, wait a minute, we got the Grammys going on, child boo. Let's comp some of these folk here, and we gonna get paid back. Okay. Why you think celebrities get freebies all the time? You think they get freebies because they fresh? No, they get freebies because at some point those freebies are going. Those people gonna get their money back. Okay, because if that's the case, I get all the freebies. Okay, that the fuck I want all the freebies, and the only reason somebody be like, hey, you want to be a celebrity street? Yup. Why? Because I want the swag. I want the freebies and I want the swag. And guess what? You ain't even got to be no celebrity to get the freebies and the swag, okay? You just gotta know who to know and be there at the right place and the time, and you get that shit. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. But them people ain't paying for a fuck ass thing. Some of them celebrities don't even pay for the damn dress and suit that they wear. Okay? And some of them is lucky if they get to keep the outfit. Cause some of them designers will be like, look, I got the super steamer right here for your funky armpits. I want my joint back. Okay? It's a give and take. It ain't no I gotta pay to get an award. What the fuck you mean I gotta pay to get an award? Didn't I pay with blood, sweat, and tears doing whatever the fuck I did? If I'm getting acknowledged, what the fuck I got to pay to get acknowledged for? Does that make any sense? That don't make no sense to me. I've been to many a fundraiser or like a gathering to honor a certain person. I ain't never heard of that person having to pay to get honored. That don't make no sense to me. And I'm a New Yorker. That don't make no sense to me. I don't have to pay to get honored. I might have to pay to bring my ass out there wherever the fuck I'm gonna get honored at. Okay? I might have to pay for the outfit. Okay? But if I'm the one getting honored, I ain't got to pay for a motherfucker. I ain't got to pay for no food. I ain't got to pay for no booze. I ain't even got to pay for the award, bitch. What you mean? For what? Huh? For what? I sit my bitch ass at home and y'all can deliver the bitch. I Amazon that motherfucker. Okay? Fuck you talking. That's crazy. All right? So, I'm in the beef sector rooms. I'm listening to whatever everybody's saying. And I remember ODS said this show here is supposed to be 12 hours long. 12 hours long? I didn't know there was enough YouTube for 12 hours long. I didn't know that shit existed. 12 hours long? Who gonna be in an award show for 12 goddamn hours? Do you get a nap break? Do you get to take a nap? Am I paying for the cot to lay down in for 2 hours before I get back up again and fix my hair and shift my dress? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Who is sitting anywhere for 12 hours? Ain't no goddamn movie 12 hours. You lucky if you read the whole book, the Iliad, in 12 hours. 12 hours? The fuck? I can't even fuck for 12 hours. Okay? I can't even fuck straight 12 hours. What I'm doing for 12 hours? I wish I could sleep for 12 hours, goddammit. Hey, Cherry Lame, big up, babes. I wish I could sleep for 12 hours. Much less fucking sit there for a whole award show for 12 hours. What? They better catch a replay. Shit. The Emmys and the Grammys and all them ain't no goddamn 12 hours. Them people can't sit in them fancy ass dresses and suits and shit for goddamn 12 hours. Okay, wait. Soul fight. Let's be real. How long does rooftop dinner and drinks in New York City last, child? How long does it last? And it depends on the October. Okay? Because if it was an October like this one, I'll be mad sitting up on somebody's rooftop in fucking October. Okay? You better take me inside because it's fall and shit cold. Now, if it was an Indian summer, then I might be like, okay, in October we could rooftop and dinner all day. The fuck, we could do it. It's okay. It's September. It's September 15th. It's an Indian summer. It's still 70 degrees at night. But October, then nah, you playing with me because October you might get a 70-degree day, and the next thing you know it's like 40 degrees at night. I don't want to be eating outside with no big ass jacket unless I have to. Okay? Unless I have to. All right? Because eating in the cold ain't the winner all the time, especially when it's hot food. The only thing I want to have in my hand to put in my mouth in the wintertime outside in the cold is hot chocolate. Okay? Hot chocolate. So we're going to have a rooftop hot chocolate party. Okay? With a whole bunch of fire and heaters around. We good. Okay? We good as fuck. Because ain't no way I'm gonna be on some rooftop looking regular and shit. I don't even wear Timberlands. But bitch, we going on the rooftop in October. I might have to put on my fucking boots. Okay? The fuck is that? I'm not paying for that. In October, she better to pick August. She better pick April or May or June. That's better. Cause and that's another thing. You know what? And that's another thing. How you the people that you are inviting to New York, all these other people, the only motherfuckers that ain't gonna have no problem with something in October is motherfuckers from Chicago or Washington and Seattle and shit like this. Okay? Them people ain't gonna have no problems with no fucking rooftop dinner in October in New York City. Them people ain't gonna worry about a motherfucker thing. They cool. You got some Canadians that's coming to the award show. They can come on down in October and they will be just fine. But you want a motherfucker from Florida to come up here in October for a rooftop party? Girl, and they got to pay. And they got to pay? Oh, hell no. You sipping. You sipping. New Yorkers leave for Florida around October, B. Okay? Why you think so many New Yorkers moved to Florida? They can't take this winter no more. They can't even take the fall no fucking more. Okay? Today was a good day. Today, this is December, y'all. And today was 50 somebody's degrees. Okay? But I sure got to put on the heater tonight because it's going to drop to about 40 or 30. Okay? October ain't easy. It ain't always the best. And don't get me wrong, fall fashion is dope. You know what I'm saying? If you get the right October day, you can step out, you can look fresh as shit. You know what I'm saying? And your rooftop jam ain't gonna be too bad if it's in the daytime. Okay? What? See, Chicago, y'all having rooftop parties in December with the igloos and shit? Now I said the cat, we better be inside with a motherfucker heater. Okay? Cause and let me tell you something, my birthday in January, I ain't having no rooftop party in no January unless it's a big tent over the bitch and heaters in the motherfucker. Okay? And then they got a fucking skylight where I can see the fucking sky. All right? Reef, hush. Caribbean people in the Caribbean gonna barbecue in December. Hush. You just trolling. Okay? All right? So yeah, that's not the best idea. Cause you gonna get somebody from Texas and Florida and all them hot ass states to come up here in October and they don't know nothing about it. That's not gonna work, homegirl. Okay, it's not gonna work. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. This might take a while, but I'm at an hour, so I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible. But there's a whole list of shit as to why you're gonna have to redo this New York trip for people. Okay? Yeah, it can't be no 12. This has, first of all, your award show should never be 12 hours. You might have to break it up within a couple days. And you may have to have certain people come on one day for 3 hours, certain people come on another day for 3 hours, certain people on another day for 3 hours. Brief, I'm about to time you out, nigga. Okay? See how I use that word? About to time you out. Now, when ODS put in the chat, did the live asking about, where you gonna find parking at for 12 hours? That's a very good question, okay? Because the egg so bomb these nuts. Because in New York City, and when I say New York City, I'm talking about Manhattan, ain't no parking. Ain't no parking nowhere. And the amount that you will pay to go in a parking place, child boo. Okay? Child, what? What? Listen, the amount of money it takes for you to park in a day is almost as expensive as buying lunch. Is anybody here live in New York and can tell me how much lunch usually costs in Manhattan? What's the cheapest lunch amount you could pay for lunch in Manhattan? And I'm not talking about going to them $1 pizza spots. Okay? Exclude those. How much are you generally going to spend? Thank you. How much are you generally going to spend on a regular day, okay, trying to buy lunch in Manhattan? I'm going to tell y'all it's around $20. No lie. In Manhattan. Uh-huh. You spending upwards of $20 for your lunch. For your lunch. So what you think parking is going to be for a day in Manhattan? Depending on where you at. And you know what? I was about to say it depends on where you are. No, the fuck it don't. Actually, certain places it's going to be more expensive. And have y'all ever heard of congestion pricing? Shish Trish, why do you want these people to come into Manhattan? I don't care when congestion pricing starts. When this award show pops off next year, October, congestion pricing is going to be in effect. Okay? Unless the whole of New York take that shit down before January. And that's extra money. That's extra money. Because y'all, congestion pricing is you cross from Brooklyn into Manhattan, you paying extra. You in one part of Manhattan, you're like in Wall Street and you want to go past 60th Street, Manhattan, you paying extra. You think gas prices are cheap here? Because gas prices are cheaper here than certain other states. But then when you put in parking, congestion pricing, all this extra shit. Y'all think y'all got that kind of money? That's why I said in ODS chat, she'd have to have that award show on a Sunday because Sunday is the only day you could park anywhere in Manhattan for free. Okay? And then y'all try to find a parking. Okay? Try to find it. The whole fucking award show, if they drove from wherever they at, they will have to wake up at 7 something in the morning to secure a fucking park for 12 hours. Okay? So bomb, that's a child. That's a whole other thing. Whole other thing. So yeah. Okay? So that ain't gonna work. How much money y'all got? Okay? How much money y'all got? Y'all got enough for an award? All of that for an award. All of that for an award. Now, I got another question. Where the fuck y'all gonna stay? Where y'all gonna stay? Where you gonna stay at? Huh? Where you gonna stay? Because I know Trish said something about, she'll allow certain people to come to her house and they got to fill out this and they got to take tests and all this and they got to pay her. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds wonderful. But chick, you ain't got no Airbnb, do you? Do y'all know how tricky Airbnb is out here in New York? Do you know how much they try to fight the Airbnbs out here in New York? Wait. Let me go. Thank you, Soul Fight. Thank you. Thank you. You're better off sleeping at the Jacob Javits Center. If she's having the award show at the Jacob Javits Center, you're better off sleeping there. Okay? Outside, inside, whatever. All right? This shit is expensive out here. This shit ain't cheap. Or what y'all would have to do. I'm going to tell y'all what y'all would have to do. Okay? You'd have to get your place to sleep in New Jersey. Okay? Or the Bronx. Yeah, you heard me. Or the Bronx. Because Brooklyn is now just as expensive as Manhattan. And if you go to certain parts of Brooklyn, they're going to be more expensive than certain parts of Manhattan. Okay? And all those things you heard about New York being dirty and nasty and all this shit, it's fucking true. All right? This ain't the cleanest place out here. You get used to it, but it ain't the cleanest place out here. So y'all might have a fucking culture shock. So what I would tell y'all to do is get hotels and all that in motherfucking New Jersey, Hoboken. Hoboken's expensive too, because you can look certain parts of Hoboken, you can walk to the pier and look at Manhattan. All right? So it's expensive over there too, but way cheaper than New York. You might have to set your ass in Newark, which is the fucked up part of Jersey, or the fucked up part of Jersey City, for the Airbnb out there, and then figure out how the fuck you gonna get to Manhattan. Okay? Your ass might be better off Ubering to the motherfucker. Okay? You stay in Jersey, and then when you ready, you Uber your ass over to wherever she at. Okay? And then Uber your ass the fuck back. All right? Hey, Godmama, how you doing, boo? Yes. That's what's going to have to happen with you. Okay? And that's going to become a pain in the ass. Because depending on when this award show is or whatever is going on, you're going to deal with traffic, Wody. And Uber ain't cheap. Uber is not cheap. What? You got an Airbnb in pink houses? Oh, hell no, Dre. You bugging. Okay? Nobody getting no Airbnb. Well, you never know. Shoot. Dre, I need you to holler at this lady named Shish Trish. Okay? If you could get that Airbnb in the pink houses in October 2024, I think you need to holler at her and put that in there as a sponsor. Okay? You got the sponsor for the Airbnb in pink houses. I won't tell nobody about pink houses, okay? Ciao. Okay? You can what was I gonna say? You can go to pink houses nowadays. All right, you can drive past the motherfucker nowadays. Ever since they put that Magic Johnson movie theater out there, it kind of leveled out a little bit. But I guarantee you, if I go by pink houses in a motherfucking car, I'm still gonna scooch down so nobody can't see me in that goddamn car too late at night. You hear me? Shoot. Wait a minute. I took his stick. Why I took his thing? I took Reef's thing. Why I took his thing? Why did I take away his thing? Or did I never give him a thing? Oh, I gave him your thing, so bomb. That's what it was. I gave him your thing. I remember. Hold on. But so bomb. Do you want me to take away your thing and give him back his thing? Where the hell I'm at? Or should I let you both have things? Okay? Should I let you both have things? Is that should be it? Let me see. Oh, he said nope. His wife could keep it, and she says we can have both things. See this shit right here? Can't with y'all. I can't with y'all. Okay? I'll be like King Solomon and cut the bitch in half. She's much smarter and has more patience. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it. So fight. Oh shit, I like that. I like that. That's funny. Oh shoot. All right, let's get back to New York. I'm sorry to complain about New York so much, but it's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the whole rat thing, all right, I'm gonna tell you like this. At night, you're gonna see them. Okay? At night, you're gonna see them. They might be big, they might be small, you're gonna see them. You walk past the restaurant, you walk past the garbage can, all that, you're gonna see them. Some of them are super big, some of them are not so big. You be okay. All right. Um, if wherever this venue is for the award show, she got people to clean up and make sure you know everything is everything. You might be all right. You might not see too many things, but you come out here in New York City, you're gonna see some rats. Okay, and don't be in the Bronx, because that's when you see the big ratons in the Bronx. Okay, they up there in the Bronx. I mean, we got some in Brooklyn, but not big like the Bronx. Godmama, me neither, child. I don't like none of that shit. I don't like none of them motherfuckers. I don't like no Mickey Mouse. I don't like none of that shit. I don't like no big raton. The chick, girl, they be having some hybrids out here, okay? They be having some hybrids out here. You be looking at some of these raton like, yo, did you just fuck a possum? The fuck is did you fuck a raccoon? Like what the fuck, yo? Them shits be looking ill, yo. You like, what the fuck? Them shits is bigger than cats. Sometimes the dogs out here be afraid sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Don't be having one of them little munchkin doggies, little chihuahua looking doggy and shit. What? That motherfucker might get got by a raton. I remember one day I was like, yo, why all these people be carrying these small dogs in their hand? Why they don't have them on the floor and shit? What? The motherfucker raton, yo. I'm telling you, don't sleep. Okay? Shit. So bomb. I heard about these ticket prices of these nuts. Okay? That's right. The listen, Godmama, when you see them videos of the raton in New York pulling the pizza down the subway and all that fly shit, that shit is real, son. That shit ain't no fake ass shit. That shit, them motherfuckers be jumping up like, yo, bitch, give me your food. The fuck? Are you crazy? Hell no, that's why I don't like the subway. I don't do the subway no more because too many of them in that motherfucker, yo. The fucking you be in the subway for too long, them ratons come up to you and be like, "What's up, bitch? Run me $1, son." I be like, "Yo, I ain't got no dollar. You know how much a fucking MTA charging me to pay for the motherfucking shit?" The raton be like, "Fuck that bitch, I got you." And they get the fucking raton crew, and them motherfuckers will open the door for your ass. Okay, you getting good with the raton? They gonna form up like fucking World War Z, pile up and push the emergency door for your bitch ass. Okay? I'm telling you, these motherfuckers. Don't play. Don't play. Now, I heard they was from 100 to 500 for these tickets. For what? I know New York is expensive, but goddamn, what we paying for? What is in that? What is in that? What are we getting for that? Huh? What are we getting for that? What am I to get for fucking $100? It's because that's my thing. That's my thing. So bomb. Who's paying this $100? Am I paying $100 to sit my ass there and watch these fucking awards, or are the people who's getting the awards got to pay this shit? Because the way I heard it, everybody got to pay something, and I'm like, what the fuck? Platinum is like levels and shit. Platinum for $650. What the fuck I'm getting up for $650? You know what I want for $650? Bitch, pay a bill. Okay? 650. 650. You better give me an iPhone. iPhone 15 Pro. That's what the fuck I want. And so bomb. That was the shit that pissed me off the most. Because they was like, oh, no refund. And some smart person said, so even if she cancels the show, is no refund. So hold up. So if I pay for this shit and something happens where I need the money back, I can't get no refund. But then at the same time, if I pay this motherfucking money and she just don't feel like doing this shit no more, ain't no refund? Is you fucking dumb? No, Reef. They don't get flued out. None of that. And godmama, you goddamn right. $650, you better give me the goddamn outfit for the show. I want the food. I want the flight, the hotel, the drink, and the tree. Okay? The tree. Facts. All right? And the fucking tree, if you get it legally from whatever store the fuck they shit can be expensive too now. Okay? Ain't no dime, ain't no nickel bag, ain't no tray bag out here no more. Don't nobody believe in that shit no more. Go to your local neighborhood, whoever's, and be like, yo, let me get a nickel bag of some tree. You stupid. They will laugh in your face. They got the Zaza and the Yaya, whatever the fuck you call this shit out here for $50 and $75. That motherfucker be telling me, I got the Zaza. What the fuck is that? I got the mango infused weed. Can I get the weed that get me high, motherfucker? That's all I need. I don't need nothing more. Okay? And I got to pay $30 for this shit. The fuck? Come on now, that's crazy. It's the Zaza, right? I never say the goddamn name right. The Zaza, the Zazo, whatever the fuck it is, weed, nigga. I need weed. The fuck, I don't need all this extra shit. That motherfucker gonna sit there and be like, oh, this weed right here will make you feel like this and do this. Like, yo, what happened to back in the days where the good ass weed just made you want to take a good fucking dump, yo? Because I had you high and nice and chilling and shit. Like, I don't need all this other shit. I don't need fucking mutant powers and shit with the fucking truth. Okay? I don't need all this extra shit. I don't want to feel like no hip hopper when I smoke the shit. Okay? I don't trust none of that shit. Fentanyl in here? The fuck? Yeah, anyway. So yeah. All that shit. What I'm paying for? You better pay for my outfit. The fuck? Listen here. I'ma tell you right now, for $650, I could go up the block on fucking Flatbush Avenue, right? Go to my people them, and he could make me 2 dance hall outfits. Okay? I could get 2 fresh dance hall type of outfit. Custom make. You understand me? If it was Labor Day, I could take that $650 and get 1 carnival outfit. Okay? Shit is expensive out here. Shit ain't cheap here. What I doing with $650? I need to pay a bill, bitch. Okay? I need to pay a bill. I need some lunch. I need all of that. You hear me? What I'm doing? No. I will be the real New Yorker out this motherfucker Where's the event? I'll be outside. Okay? I'll be outside. Soul fight, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked me that question. Hold on. I gotta highlight that shit. I'm glad you asked me this question. Okay, soul fight. It's a good question. I don't know. Cause first of all, when is the dance hall contest? Because if it's on a certain day after a certain time, I ain't gonna be a part of shit. Okay? Y'all know how my man do. He don't want me talking to motherfuckers on here, greasy. He damn sure is not gonna want me to cam up and walk my waist for no. Right? What time, yo? What time so fight? And this is the other thing. Because here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Now listen, yeah, if it's too late at night, I might not be able to do. But here's my thing, right? Because I said when Pizarro first said it, and Pizarro's hosting the contest, I said, I'll do it if you do it, Pizarro. You know what I mean? Like, yo, shout out to Pizarro for real. I love the spaceship, okay? I know she probably can't stand me. But does it really make sense for me to show my ass and walk up my waist when the host has never cammed up a day in her life? Huh? 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 And I'll be good at the motherfucker, okay? I'll be good at it. Don't see and act like I don't know how to dance to no dance hall and all them rockers and all them things. I do. I know how to do it. You know, if you don't believe that I know how to walk up my waist, I need you to go find one or two people, and I will be more than happy to explain why one of these two people could verify what the fuck. Okay. Um, you could go ask Buddy Lee, and you could go ask Joe number one, average Joe. Okay. And here's why they would know. Many, many moons ago, Buddy Lee used to have something called Super Soaker Saturday. Okay? And a very, very long time ago, one of the harem ladies, okay, one of the original harem ladies, I think it was around her birthday time, one of them things, but one of the original harem ladies said, I can whine, but I can't walk and whine, you know? And back then, Super Soaky Saturday, it was kind of in the beginning stages. It wasn't like a whole gang of people up there, none of them thing, right? So the homegirl, she had her thing or whatever. And I decided to go up there and show the girl how to walk and whine. Okay? Yes, I did. I showed the gal. And, did a little walking of the waist and all them things. All right. Another person that would know, so that's how they would know. Another person that would know that I know how to walk up my waist would be Daquan, because there have been times where I've been on Beagle and I would work out, and back then sometimes I would play like dance hall or soca or something. So especially if I played soca music while I was working out, they would see me dance the soca a little bit. All right, there you go, Daquan. He there, So this is how the people will know that I would know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, yes. But then I still gotta think to myself, right? Like, yo, if I do this shit and the pot is big, yo, the pot is big. I was like, yo, that pot is big, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. I want to hear So So Bomb's voice. Shoot. Okay. let the Nature Boy sector win again. Yo, Reef, the Nature Boy sector is popping, son. You didn't know? You ain't know the Nature Boy sector is popping? Yo, y'all, listen to me. The Nature Boy sector is popping. Okay? Fundi Fee is on the case. There's a young lady named Lisa on the case. What this other lady is? I can't remember her name. It's another lady. Big up to her. King World back on the scene. I wish I remember the lady name. Cheese on bread. I know as soon as I get off this live, I'm gonna see her name, and I'm gonna remember her name. But big up to all the people that in the Nature Boy sector talking about nature nuts again. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit going on over there. All right. Listen, listen. You know what? And shout out the fucking shitty. You know, I'm gonna get out of here because it's almost an hour and a half. And shout out to Shitty Greg and the Shitty Gang. Okay? Shout out to Shitty Greg and the Shitty Gang. If you don't know who Shitty Greg is, that's okay. If you don't know where to find Shitty Greg, that's okay too. Okay? Um, but big up the Shitty Gang. You feel me? Keep keep shining a light on the hypocrites. You feel me? I'm gonna put it like that. Keep exposing the hypocrites. Okay? But Dre, he ain't the only one. Yo, homegirl, the lady Lisa, I think her channel name is Say What Lisa. Like I dropped in for a couple seconds on her live, and she had a lawyer on there, and the lawyer seemed really knowledgeable because apparently Nature Nuts and the Nutty Bitches have got the help of organization that is about indigenous people, right? I didn't know this motherfucker Nature Nuts was indigenous because he bought a fucking Indian hat from Amazon and wore it a couple times. You know what I mean? Now I didn't know these bitches was indigenous to shit either. Did they take a DNA test? But yeah, so they trying to talk about who's indigenous and who ain't indigenous and boot the bath and you know how that shit. What the fuck? Like what? All it and the man, you know, he was saying a lot of things about sovereignty and how that works and does not work and all this, you know. So it's like, okay, I ain't even mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Get it in. You know, we need all the different sides of opinions because we need to make sure certain motherfuckers stay in jail. Huh? How about that? Okay. I don't know about you, but you know, my thing with Nature Nuts is these people need real help, yo. These people need real therapy, yo. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Nature Nuts fuck these people up, yo. He fucked them up. And as I get off of here, I'm gonna give one more shout out. Okay, let me give all the real shout outs. Shout out to everybody that came through, that hit the like, said what's up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Cia G, because I know it was Cia G that dropped that. Yes, shout out to Cia G. She dropped the super chat on me. I thank you for that. Shout out to everybody, right? Even shout out to the motherfucking haters and the people that like to lie on me because y'all bring more subscribers to my joint. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to lie some more, keep lying. I get more subs that way. I appreciate you. But before I leave, as far as the Nature Boy business is going on, I want to send a shout out. And I know y'all gonna be like, "What, Tree? You shouted out who?" Is Godmama still here? Cause I'm waiting for the what? You shouted out who? From Godmama and maybe Reese. But shout out to Rambo. Y'all heard me, right? Shout out to Rambo, now named Wild Kissitala. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? I know some of y'all might be listening like, why the fuck is she giving a shout out to goddamn Rambo? I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, yeah, Godmama. Rambo. Okay? Shout out to Rambo. Because he seems like the most healed out of all these cuckoo for Cocoa Puff folk. He seemed the most healed off that motherfucker. Okay? Listen, all the nature nuts people. I don't care if you started from the earliest, if you started from the late. I don't give a damn when you started, when you left. Okay? Notice I'm not bigging up his wife or baby mama, whoever it is. I'm just gonna shout him out because he seems the most balanced and healed out of all of them, yo. He did a live the other day on Instagram, right? And homie was ready to get to tears, yo. Like he was fighting tears, yo. And he was talking, and he was like, yo, when y'all think of me, give me some words that y'all use to describe me. And people was like, oh, you woke, you this, you that, you that. And he was like, nah, I'm not none of that. I'm a fucking fraud. I'm a hypocrite. I'm this, I'm that. What I talk about is my ideal. It's not really who I am, yo. Coming from a place of yoga. Now, I mean, he could be the ultimate narcissist and fool a motherfucker, right? He could be. It's possible. But it's rare that you see a motherfucker do that. It's very rare that you see a motherfucker do that. And he wasn't doing it for attention or none of that shit. Okay? I tell y'all I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that. I'm really not doing it for attention. I'm really doing it to diffuse whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm really doing it to placate the idiots and all of that. Because that's how I coped when I was raised by an abusive parent that would call me stupid and all this other shit. I'd be like, word, okay, I'm gonna be the stupidest motherfucker you ever met. Watch. Okay? I'm gonna be the best at being stupid. Watch me. Okay? That's who I was. Yeah, he did say that, Godmama. And shout out to Lurky too. Okay? He said that he was like, yo, I'm a fraud. I'm not woke. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not none of that. All these things that I talk to y'all about, I would love to be that type of person, but I'm not. It's really an ideal. It's who I want to be. That shit resonated with me because, you know, when I do yoga, I tell y'all all the time, I'm not no swami. I'm not no perfect person. You know, I don't even like calling myself a yogi, but I am a yogini. Some people might call me a yogi raj when it comes to certain types of yoga. Not exactly the physical shit, but when it comes to Raja yoga and different other types of yoga, I've been called a yogi raj, which is like, you know, a leader in that shit. Some of the prince of yoga, literally what that means, right? You up there, you like almost a master, or you are a master. I don't even like to call myself that. I used to come on here, get these uploads popping, and the first thing I would say to y'all is, I'm not trying to teach you shit. I don't want to teach you nothing because I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be none of that. And the reason why I used to talk like that is because I felt like, yo, I'm not doing the most with this shit. What I talk about is an ideal. It's what I want to be. It's what I can be for about 5 seconds, an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then after that, I'm dealing with the environment. I'm dealing with society. I'm dealing with, you know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with my motherfucking self. My ego can only go to sleep for so long, you know? It's a constant thing to calm your ego down. It's a constant thing not to do the right thing all the time. It does not exist. So for him to acknowledge that and be honest with that, I was like, you know what? Word up. Because your boy would never do it. Nature Nuts, he'd never do that shit. And you wouldn't believe his ass even if he tried. Okay? So Baron, teaching is sharing. If you didn't know that. Teaching is sharing, and it is an energy thing. It's an energy thing. It's usually a one-way energy thing when you teach, because you hope that you're giving a certain energy and they take it in. Right? It's a one-way thing. Ain't no student giving me back good energy like that. Right? The whole class, if I create a space of good energy, right? It's not like my students, when I teach them yoga, they giving me back the same energy I'm teaching them to get. Nah, it's collective in there already. I've already created the space for that good exchange to happen. More oxygen and carbon dioxide. And if there's a plant in the room, that plant will take in all the carbon dioxide. The problem with being a teacher is the ego, right? Your ego. Let me teach and get money. Let me teach and this happens. Now I got power and bow, this, that, and the third, right? Because that's how the ego decides I'm going to get power back. I'm going to get energy back. All right? Teaching from your heart, teaching from your soul is a one-way thing. You teaching somebody with no, I'm getting my energy back. No, I'm gonna give you this energy right here. You hold that. Okay? Hold that shit. And you don't need to give it back to me. I will see you grow and thrive, and that's how I'll get it back. That's the point of teaching somebody, right? But then when your ego step in and be like, yo, you teaching, but you need to get money. You know, that's the fucking plight of a swami. That's the fucking plight of anybody, you know. That's the fucking plight. Because it's like, yo, if I teach for my heart, the universe is gonna provide, because this is a service where I'm giving energy. So the universe has to give me energy back. But then your ego is like, nah, I need more money than the basics, right? Because if I'm teaching you, Reef, the only reason why I'm going to ask for money is so that I can take care of myself enough to be able to teach you. All right? I can't teach you if I don't eat. I can't teach you if I don't bathe. I can't teach you if I don't have a place to sleep and refresh my energy and shit like that, right? So basically, I will ask for money when I teach for survival, right? But then the ego kick in. Nah, I need more energy than that. I want more energy than that. I want the money so that I could buy a car, I could buy a plane, I could buy this, I could buy yay. Then it's a problem. Or even better still, I'm a teacher. I want to teach from my heart. There's no energy coming back to me. But now my ego's like, no, bitch. When people don't know how much power they got, or they don't want to use it, you steal it from them. You take it. They don't want to use their power, you got it. So now the ego's like, well, let me use this teaching to have power over somebody, to control somebody, right? My teaching gonna make them do something for me now. That's the flip. That's the fuckery. All right. So, like I said, and sharing knowledge is teaching, because you still have to explain the knowledge that you're sharing. You understand? You still sometimes have to explain where it comes from. God is an explanation. It comes from God. That is an explanation. All right? That is a teaching. That is sharing. What's God? Now I got to explain that. That's teaching. That's sharing. Right? Aleph, Beth, Elef, things like this. The whole alphabet is not something that's shared, it's taught. I mean, learning the alphabet itself is taught. Language is shared. All right? Communication is shared. So, Reef, I have to talk to you in order for you to understand, right? I got to talk to a child in order for the child to understand certain things. After a while, that child will understand me and be able to communicate with me in said language. That is shared. But now, if I want the child to be able to read and write and properly understand what they're saying, instead of just being repetitive and memorization, I have to teach. I have to teach. 1 + 1 = 2. That's a lesson. That's taught. That's not exactly shared. Now, if I gave you one apple and then I gave you another apple and you said, hey, Mom, I got 2 apples, that's shared, right? But if I say, well, you got 1 apple, you got 1 apple, how many apples is that? 1, 2. I had to teach you how to count. You had to understand the correlation between 1 apple plus 1 apple equals 2 apples. That's something that's taught. Sharing is caring. It ain't got nothing to do with humble. You didn't know all about Obeah? So Baron. I'm going to disagree with you there where it said Obeah man would never consider himself a teacher. I go have to disagree with you on that. Be a man and woman ain't gonna teach everybody, okay? They're not gonna teach everybody, but they will teach somebody, okay? Or be a man, or be a woman. When they do their thing, they teaching your lesson every day, all day. Because even the Obeah man and the Obeah woman have boundaries. So they have to be taught those boundaries. No, it's not a Western state of mind. Teaching is not a Western state of mind. Teaching is a human state of mind. You might say that the Westerners did this and that, but no, I will disagree with you. I'll definitely have to disagree. Because when the ancient Arabs were learning about mathematics and surgery and all of that, they had to teach somebody how to, in order to pass on knowledge, you got to teach somebody. All right? If I have to make sure that you practice something every day in order for you to be perfect, I am teaching you. All right? You want to play word semantics? We could do that all day. But teaching and sharing should be the same shit. Okay? Shouldn't be no different. But even when you share something, some people share things because they want something in return, right? I don't share just because I can, but I don't. No, Reef, that's not true. Teaching does not come from the ego. Teaching comes from the heart. Teaching has nothing to do with the ego, because a mother has to teach her child how to walk, right? Or a father, they got to show the child how to walk, right? And once that child takes 2 steps and falls on their butt, even if I'm teaching by example, it's still teaching, right? If I'm walking and the baby see me walking, what am I, sharing a walk? No, they got to walk for themselves. I can't share my legs with them. Okay? I have to teach them how to use their own legs. Even if it's just by me showing them by example that I'm getting up to walk. Sooner or later, that baby gonna be like, well, what are they doing with it? I got the same legs. Let me try to do the same thing. So I'm teaching by example. Ain't got nothing to do with the ego. My ego will try to get the baby to walk a certain way, or try to get the baby to walk when I want it to walk, right? That's what the ego will do. But other than that, teaching is an inherent human thing. Sharing, teaching, whatever you want to call it, it's inherently human. It's what we do. It's what we do, whether there was ego or not. This whole world wouldn't function if somebody didn't teach you something, right? Even when Adam and Eve fucked up and bit the apple, the Most High had to teach them a lesson. So he kicked them out the garden, right? Same shit. And Most High ain't supposed to have no ego, right? Most High got ego. You tell me God got ego. Jesus got ego. Most High got ego. Sophie, I'm very glad to hear that. All right? Mm-mm. You really gotta understand the ego, Brief. You really do. And most people don't understand their ego. They don't. They never will. It's not in them. It's not in them. It's hard to understand your ego, friend. And I said that I was going to leave Bigging Up Rambo. No, I'm going to leave you with a lesson. I'm going to teach you something. Okay? I'm going to teach you something. Fuck sharing. I'm going to teach you something right now. All right? Any yoga person that tells you that you need to destroy the ego, huh? Anyone that tells you that shit is a liar. You run from them. You run from them, and you run fast, and you run hard. You hear me? I'm going to repeat it. Any yoga person that tells you that you need to destroy the ego is a liar. Do not fuck with them. Do not pass go. Do not hold their hand and take them with you. Okay, you leave them right where the fuck they at. There's no such thing as destroying your ego. None. The only way your ego can be destroyed is if you dead. When you see you're dead, there will be no ego. When you don't breathe no more, there's no ego. You understand? None. There should be no life in you, and then you have no ego. All right? Just like you need your breath to live, you need your ego to live. Because your ego is what makes you an individual. All right? If it wasn't for ego, we'd all be the same person, and that'll be boring as fuck. All right? Your ego is needed in your life. But sometimes your ego goes overboard because your ego is there for protecting you, right? It's there to make you an individual, and it's built to protect you. But the ego don't always know how to do that when it's raised in an environment that's not conducive to that. So sometimes you need to put your ego to sleep. Sometimes you need to tell your ego, sit back there for a second. We don't have to operate with you all day. All right? We don't need you to drive the bus all the time. Okay, ego? We don't. The only way that you can put your ego to sleep in the corner or to shut it up is to have a calm and steady breath. Okay? The only thing that can calm your ego down is your breath. Because your breath carries prana, life force, soul. It's the same reason why if you crying and somebody hugs you, you will slowly stop sobbing, okay? Because someone is sharing their energy with you. Someone is allowing you to release your energy into them or into the universe so your ego can calm the fuck down. Okay? You take 5, 6 grams of shroom, ego death is only for a little bit. Cause I guarantee you, once them shrooms, the last is gone, whatever the shrooms do, when that's gone, guess who's gonna come back full force and jump out like a fucking zombie? Your ego. It's gonna jump. Bitch, I'm back. The fuck wrong with you? Is you stupid? You tried to get rid of me? No, P. Diddy cannot get rid of the ego. What he did was break it down and leave it in the sunken place, like in the movie Get Out. Especially if you were a man. Okay, Reef? Get that straight with P. Diddy, too. P. Diddy never got rid of a man's ego. What he did was take that ego to the sunken place. Okay? He took control of it. All right? No, it's not too soon, but it is very serious when you think of what P. Diddy did to men and why. I keep telling y'all listening about these women filing lawsuits. Puff Daddy is lucky ain't no men come up. He lucky ain't no man step up to the plate. You understand me? Understand me. And y'all know how y'all men can't take your death. Okay? Especially the way he did it. So no, he took a lot of egos to the sunken place, which is why they ain't rising up and saying shit. Okay? And that's fucked up. Hell no, I ain't no Sagittarius. Don't you ever do that to me again, Soul Fight. I am a very proud Capricorn. You better never put no Sagittarius on me, child. Hell no, I thought we was cool. I thought we was cool people. Don't you ever put that saggy sag junky junk on me. And you know, if you a saggy sag, you go ahead with your saggy sag ass. Because my daddy was a saggy sag, but don't you ever... Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Give me tell you now. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Me being a Sagittarius is a no, no, no. Let me tell you now. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yes, you can get more on that. I think I might do alive on that one day. No. See, I had to prove to you that I was a Capricorn by clapping. Okay? No. We had to do it correct. Because Capricorns are intellectual and intelligent than a motherfucker. But we will hell to the no. To the no. Because we a goofy bitch. Hell to the no. To the no. We the goofy bitches. Hell to, okay? We smart and we intellectual and intelligent and we hide the bitch for the most part. We hide it. Okay? Because we don't want nobody stealing it from us. And then if you get us mad, then you'll see how smart we are. Okay? But otherwise, we're going to play dumb because we don't want to be bothered with half you other motherfucking zodiacs troubling our soul. You hear me? That's why we get along with Taurus, because Taurus will lean in and be like, "Want to make money, bitch? Yeah, I want to make money." Okay, shut the fuck up. All right? We will get along with Scorpios on the low, because Scorpio be like, "Hey, you want to get freaky?" And I know I should not get freaky with you, so I'm going to talk to you later. Right? And then the Cancer people, we get along with Cancers and shit because Cancers are fucking emotional and moody, and they let us do that behind the scenes, right? The Capricorn will be like, "Okay, I can get emotional with your ass, right? You gonna tell anybody? I might. Fuck you." All right. And then we can get emotional and moody with their ass. Okay? Yes. The Capricorn clap. It's coming, baby. It's coming. When is this Sagittarian season over here? Okay? When is this shit over? When is this shit over? Sagittarius, when is this motherfucker over? Okay? When is this shit over here? Let's check. Now I'm looking at the fucking astronomy. I wanted the astrology. Okay, give me this shit in the sign, motherfucker. Zodiac. I went to Wikipedia, brought up the fucking real ass shit. Sagittarius. Now I want to bring up Sagittarius A. Astrology, damn it. Okay, I don't want no Sagittarius A. Well, actually, I do want Sagittarius A. All right. Let's see. When is this shit over? This shit is over December 22nd. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a fucking dance on December 23rd. Okay. All right, so far I'll be nice. But don't mistake me for a Sagittarius no more. And don't mistake me for an Aquarius either. Okay? I like being mistaken for a Pisces though. Because Pisces people remind me of piranhas. You ain't gonna know it's a piranha till it bites your bitch ass. Because piranhas, when they don't open up their mouth, they look all right. All right? And they look like daydreamers and shit. They look like they dotish as fuck. And then you fuck with a Pisces. I like that shit. What's up, Robzilla? That shit is the winner. Anyway, time to get out of here, child. All right. And this is the Capricorn clap. The Capricorn clap is the soul clap. Wait, What's the name of that song? I want to get out of here with a house song. Let me try to play a house song. And let's see if YouTube gonna fuck me over. I might just put it in the, and hopefully I don't get a strike. I just get a copyright claim or whatever. But let's see, because I want to leave here and do the motherfucking soul clap. Okay, and I want to hear my dope ass song while I do that. Okay, so if YouTube is mad, you got to forgive me. But let's hit it. Soul clap. Yeah. So far, I love when you clown me, girl. I'm out of here. Man, we gotta play this other one. Damn it. Because I really want to get the soul clap in, child. Boo! Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Bam! Let's get it.
Y'all know this fight don't get
No, that ain't it. Where's the original one? Man, I don't like this. I want the original. See, this is the problem right here. This is the problem right here. Okay? Okay? That's the problem. And do y'all know that I know the motherfucker that really sang that song, the original song? I know him. Okay? His name is Al T. Mm-hmm. But let me I'll play one more. Okay? Now I can't sing no more, but I'm gonna lip sync this bitch right here. I'm feeling so blue. I'm feeling so blue. Left so long with my mind and dream of I'm listening to some house music tonight. Bye, y'all.